Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this edition of KWC. It is Kopi with Chris time. And today, we're going to be having quite a mix of things. Hopefully, we can blend this all together into a nice episode and have great ingredients being poured into it. And because why? I have two gentlemen with me. These two gentlemen are revered in a culinary business, and they are also well known in the F&B industry. So on my left, I have Chef Imran Kidd. Say hello, Chef.
Hello.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say hello, Chef.
Oh.
But thank goodness you didn't.
Hello.
And on my right, I have, the very much revered, well-known Chef Se Teo. Welcome to the show, Chef. Say
thank
hello,
you for
please.
having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure having you. And thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today, taking time off your busy schedules. And how's it been? How's it been? I mean, you must have known by now that a couple of episodes ago on this particular show, I've actually interviewed some people from the F&B business, some luminaries from the F&B sector, and a couple of shows, quite a number of episodes. I've been saying things like, I've been repeating about that particular episode because your industry is kind of badly hit, yeah. And these guys have also, testified as such that it is so badly hit. So how have you two been doing specifically? Go ahead, say your piece. We're having Kopi together.
Bad. Very bad.
Okay. Chef Benny?
I got 300 mouths to feed.
300 mouths, huh?
Mouth.
Yeah.
So I got 300 over employees. And before the pandemic, I just started a restaurant in Vancouver. I flew over there, wrote the menu, selling chicken rice, laksa, and your lontong and your mee rebus.
Wow.
And when I came back, and a few months later, this thing happened.
But how's the business in Vancouver?
There was quite a long lockdown, and then nobody moves,
Okay.
and depend on little deliveries, and I think it's very bad.
Okay. And what's been happening with you, Chef Imran Kidd?
Shake leg and shake leg more. I've got couple of projects cancelled.
Wow.
Overseas and local business consultancy. So I've been doing things on my own, home base. Cook a lot, eat a lot at home. That's about it.
And you getting by at least?
Barely enough. Wish could have more. But yeah, it's really bad.
But not since we're in phase 2. How has it been for you guys?
Restaurant business are starting to open, which is good. But people are still so used to work from home. Even some companies, even in like timber, there are still companies that do work from home. So the amount of people is encouraging, but it's not back to normal yet.
Right. How about for you, Chef?
Much better than during the lockdown.
Of course.
At least we can see at least customers are coming into dine with us, and then my guys' spirit is uplifted. At least they got something to do.
Sure.
I think it's definitely much better than during the lockdown.
I was just at Telok Ayer Street and Amoy Street this afternoon, and it was just on the cusp of lunchtime. Nothing has changed as far as I could see because we're phase 2 in effect, right? When I was looking for a place to park the car, and I couldn't get a damn place to park the car. When eventually I had to park in one of the office buildings instead of along the road because it was all taken up, and I had to walk from that building past by a lot of restaurants and cafes and stuff, and they were all packed.
Good
so
sign.
that's good news, right? That's really good news.
Good
I'm just
sign.
trying to be as optimistic and as positive as I possibly can, because despite the fact that Singapore is now, it's public knowledge now that we are in a deep recession, right? It does seem to me that the F&B business will be bouncing back with a vengeance. So if anything at all, to start KWC today, let's start it off from that note. Yeah, let's start it off from a note where our viewers and listeners could learn something from the two gentlemen here with me, my Kopi kakis. Really. So let me just start with Benny. Can I call you Benny?
Sure, man.
Can I call you Imran?
Sure.
Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a mouthful. If I'm just Chef Benny, Chef Imran, Chef, well, it's going to be quite a bit of a mouthful. So go by first name basis, okay?
Yes.
No disrespect. Okay. No disrespect. Now, Benny, your story. Everyone knows your story. You're quite a figure, man. The first time I read about you on Facebook. We've only met once before, very, very briefly.
Yes.
I had to take the opportunity then to just say hello to you because
I remember it was a book signing.
That's right. It was a book signing at Raffles City.
Yes.
And it was on a Saturday morning. I was there with my wife and I saw you there and I told my missus, that is Chef Benny Se Teo. I got to go say hello to this guy. We are Facebook friends, but we don't know each other personally, right? So I made a conscious decision to say hello, shake your hand, and today you're on my show, which is great. We all know your story. I respect your story. As a matter of fact, it is motivating.
Thank you.
And since everyone knows your story, but I don't care. On this show, there are people who may not know. Can you just share with us, how did you get to where you are today, coming from a point in your life where it was tumultuous, it was you were in and out of prison?
Yes.
Yeah. And coming from that life, coming into being where you are today as one of the, I can say this easily, celebrity chef, agree or disagree?
Agree.
A celebrity chef.
Idol.
Our own Singapore chef idol. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you've made yourself, you're a self-made person. That really, really drives me. I'm just sitting next to you, man. I'm nervous, but can you fucking believe it? I'm fucking nervous because every time I have so many kinds of people. I had politicians with me, I've had stars with me, and I'm sitting down next to Benny Se Teo and I'm going, I'm gonna suck on my thumb. So that's respect, sir. So I just can you just share with us how did all this happen? Let's start with your life before you became Chef Benny.
Oh, I was doing drugs since I was very young, 15 years old. I was doing marijuana, and slowly I was upgraded to do heroin. There was a road of no return.
Heroin? That heavy?
A road of no return. So I was just, my day in, day out routine will be every morning when I wake up, I must need the cash. After I got the cash, I need to go and source for the drug dealer. So my day in, day out is like that. I don't know what day is today, Monday or Tuesday, just like the pandemic. And every day I'm just looking for heroin. And then it caused me to go in and out of prison numerous times. Until the last trip, I really wake up. You can say that for the love of my mother, and you can say also that I found faith. I became a Christian, and then somehow it leads me to learn how to live my life one day at a time till today.
But if you said that it was, when one goes on heroin, it is a point of no return.
Yes.
But obviously you returned.
Yes, my dad was an opium
Smoker.
dealer. If you read my book, which I stated that when I was in my younger days, probably from 6-7 years old, I've seen stacks and stacks of opium in my house. My dad used to cook opium. One slab of opium is 4.4 pounds. What I'm trying to say is, it must be originated from a country where they are using the metric system. 4 by 4 pounds is 2 kilo. I see slabs and slabs. My dad will cook every week. You know, if there's slabs of opium at this point of time, the CMB come in, I think I don't know how many people got to hang.
Oh, wow.
You know, during that time, if you know the drug scene there and there, if you are taking opium, police don't catch you.
Can I just ask you something? Because I'm kind of young. When was this? Just about roughly when? Which period of time?
Which period of time I grew up in this kind of environment?
Yeah. What
Cut the story short.
1950,
One day
1960, 1970?
60s, 70s.
Ah, okay.
One day I stole a packet of opium from my dad and put inside a Kopi and drink. One pack. One pack is, during that time, it was quite a large amount. It can roll 4 bg.
Wow.
You know, in the 90s, you can only roll 3 bg. I put inside Kopi or cow drink. I lie straight on the floor. Cold sweat.
Mm-hmm.
As I look back, at that time, I should have OD already. One pack is very serious. For an old man who is an opium addict, when they gain that time, they just use a toothpick and just dig a little bit and settle. I took the whole pack.
My goodness.
Steams, yeah.
How old were you then?
Then I think I was in about 14, 15.
Oh, wow.
I remember that during that time, my dad was having this,
Holy shit.
what do you call that? Some patch on the eye, which he cannot really see. So my job was to help him to pack the opium. You know, opium is, it looks like what? It looks like when you cook rojak, the prawn paste, black color.
Right, okay.
You need skill to use a needle to put on the wax paper, you know. You try, once you think everything goes. So when I was in my early age, I think 11, 12 years old, I was master already. When
So
I was
you
11 or 12,
Wow.
that was in 1971 and 72, no. Every night I will put inside a State Express 35 metal box. It contains 50 pack exactly. So from my house in Queenstown, I will deliver to my father's opium den in Chinatown. He give me $5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what is $5 or not?
At that time?
1971, 72, $5.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
You take a bus to Chinatown, 10 cents. During that time, the mee po ta is 30 cents, maybe 40 cents, 50 cents. I was kind of quite loaded lah, you know, as a teenage boy.
Yeah. Wow.
I think that is the period, like 11, 12 years old. I stole one packet at Kena.
So was it after you'd taken that, when you said that the packet that you've taken, was it because of that, an experience you've had in the Kopi O Kao?
No, I'm very curious. I was a very curious young man.
Right.
You know, at that time, I still haven't touched drugs. At that time, I still haven't touched drugs, you know. Only until 15, when I was secondary 3, you know, smoke on the water days, you know, go around papaya stalk, you know, with the bottle. I don't know whether you experienced that or not.
No?
You know, when smoke on the water, I give you an experience. Actually, that smoke on the water, you have a Coca-Cola bottle, half filled with water.
Right.
Okay.
So you go around the neighborhood and look for papaya tree. Papaya tree has a stem.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pull out the stem. The stem is translucent. You can see through, but not transparent.
Okay.
There's a hole in the between.
Yeah.
So just imagine you shove the papaya stalk into the bottle, half filled. Then on top, you mix marijuana with tobacco, and then you put on top with a funnel. Then somebody when you blow up, then you hear that is smoke on the water. You really see the smoke.
So that's not called chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon is heroin.
Okay.
I chase the dragon. I don't jab. I only do chase the dragon.
Oh, so you don't jab?
I don't jab. During my time, I still love that feeling when you chase the dragon.
Okay. What's that feeling?
I wrote in my book. A lot of people ask me, how do you explain the feeling? Are you ready to?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
It's 100 times better than sex.
No.
Can you imagine?
No fucking way. Really?
100 times better than sex, man. You think a drug addict is so stupid? 15 grams of heroin just crossed the road and kena tangkap, life hang. You think that guy is so stupid lah? The shock you don't know lah.
I'm thinking.
100 times better than sex, not 99 times. Powerful or not?
I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, I cannot imagine anything that's a lot better than sex, man.
Okay.
Okay, but whatever it is, guys, especially the kids at home, don't do this.
Don't do this.
Okay?
Please don't do this.
I just really want to find out because exactly, like, I'm curious. Why do people chase after the dragon? Why do people? And this is a new term. We all know the song from Deep Purple. Yeah. Why do people smoke on the water?
I really want to know what is the song by Deep Purple, "Smoke on the Water," all about.
Well, this is
It's actually the process. You have never seen when you finish the last straw, you can see the light going through the last part. Zoom. When you suck the whole, you can see the glow from the translucent papaya stalk. Zoom.
Wow.
And then the water, you can see the smoke. That is smoke on the water.
Okay, we're not going to glorify this, but at least today I learned something new. That smoke on the water is really that, and that this is not
Me
the
too,
song.
me too.
Is it
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Another thing is my whole kampong, all the banana, all the papaya tree all gone.
Okay.
I go and sapu all the what every day take one. You see how lah.
So can I ask you something? Give me a minute. I'll be to you very soon. But I just need to ask Chef Benny this. Benny, you've been in and out of prison. How many times do you know? Can you tell us?
Okay. Just calculate. 82. I was sentenced to 2 weeks jail, but I pay $400 fine. Then never jail lah. 83, I went in. I came out in 85. First time.
Okay.
86, I went in again. I came out in 88. 88, I came out, and then after a few months, I went in again. 88 to 89, 1 year. Then 89, 1990, I came out. And I went in. I came out in 1993.
And that was the last time.
I broke the parole lah. In the 1990, I went in, and then they allowed me to go out to work. But I was electronically tagged. I was the first batch. The tag was so big. Now it's a small like a watch. Last time my first batch is so big.
On the ankles.
The anchor so big,
Okay.
it's very bulky. It's connected to your home phone, and then once you are out of reach from a certain radius,
rings,
and then it will rings.
So basically, I counted. It seems to me it was 6 times you went
4
in and
times,
out.
I think. I mean, when the parole is 1990. I think it's 4 times lah.
Okay, I counted
I
6.
think it's 4 times. Parole is I broke it, and then I got to serve the full term of 36 months.
But Benny, the thing is, you said that you found faith.
Yes.
Then you made a conscious decision to just stop this once and the love of your mom.
Yes.
So the spark, there must have been something that happened at a particular point in time that made you just go, that's it, it's done.
I'm sick and tired of going in and out of prison.
Do you remember that moment?
That moment, I don't want to be so dramatic lah.
Please do, this
Because
is a show.
I was, in 1990, I told you I went into the prison, and then I was allowed to work, but I still continued to chase the dragon, and I was recalled. We call it the recall back. So I think in 92, I was recalled, and then during my heroin days, it's quite normal that when I chase the dragon, I will vomit blood. It's very natural.
Oh.
It's very, very natural. So I'm not shocked at all. So one evening, I was in the prison. Selarang Park is actually some colonial houses
Yep.
If you know Selarang Park, Changi Prison, and you go further, it's Colonial. And then usually during the November, December, it's damn cold, damn cold. You got to blanket habis, And then one evening I was sweating like mad. Everybody was very cold.
Yeah.
So I went to bathe. The water is very cold. Then once I finished my bath, I lie down, all the sweat coming out. That's a sign of internal bleeding.
Oh, is it?
Hemorrhage. I don't know which part of my body was leaking. So the next day I went to see the Baba. In the prison, you can see Baba is where you, any kind of sick, you give one Panadol.
Wait, Baba.
They call it Baba.
Okay.
Male nurse.
The male nurse. Okay.
They call Baba.
Right.
Go and see Baba.
Uh-huh.
Anything will throw you one Panadol. So that one, I think they look at my case very serious. So they sent me to Changi Hospital. Not the new one.
Yeah, the old one.
The haunted one. I
The
remember
lovely little white building across the street from.
I was handcuffed on my limbs. 2 legs, hands. And then not one tube, not exaggerating, 2 tubes going through my nose, going to my stomach. And I was attached to a machine. The machine was pumping ice water to my body, and then the blood is churning. So I don't know what happened. So a few inmates who are also patients was there. Hey, Manny, what happened, man? I also don't know really. And then they see the blood. They are also very scared. I was handcuffed, all my limbs. When I need to go toilet, I must call the warden to uncuff me. So that night, when I was in these circumstances, every second count, 2 tubes go into your stomach and then pumping everything, So every second counts. So I remember I prayed. I'm very afraid to die. And I think of a lot of things in my life, and then I told God, one day if you can actually bring me out alive, I really want to do something in my life. I really want to change. I want to do a lot of things. At that time, it's just talk only. Somehow, cut the story short, I got a duodenal ulcer.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel pain. I don't feel a pain, but it takes... When I was in Changi Hospital, and when I was released, I went to Changi Hospital. I went back to my cell, and then that's how I got the medication, and then when I come out, I'm alive. And that time where myself and God, I think that that time when I released from prison, I have never gone back to drugs. At all.
No craving, nothing.
Okay, it's a very long process.
Right.
You withdrawal process.
It's a very long process. When I came out from the prison, I'm not very cocksure that I'm going to... every time when a prisoner will come out from the prison, you say, I will never go back to drugs. Once you see heroin, literally my knees wobble. Literally. Knees wobble, 100 times better than sex. That kind of... So I told myself, I don't want to take the chance. I went to a happy house, and from there I work and I come back.
Okay.
Because I know that I cannot control freedom. There are so many freedom, I sure hard-based one. I need that kind of prison to guide me, that kind of some program to guide me along. I stayed in Helping Hand halfway house for 6 years. Work, come back. Sometimes they see that you are not looking right, they take your urine. So I can say that day I came out from prison until today, I have not giving in to
wow. Just wow.
Huh?
Thanks, Benny. I think that was one hell of a story, man.
Stick to sex.
Stick to sex. There's nothing like it. Let's all stick to sex, huh? Chef, agree, huh? Stick to sex. Okay. Now, Imran.
Yes, sir.
What about you? When did you realize that you had this calling in culinary?
Actually, I grew up wanted to be an artist.
As in artist.
Yes, an artist. Of course, I'm good in art. I always get A1 for art in secondary school. So I studied hard and I got myself into a multimedia course in Nanyang Poly.
Okay.
And
That's
so,
cool.
yeah, because you are a poly student, right? You need to be cool. You need to have some money to go out after school and that stuff. So I started working as a server.
Where?
That was in 1997.
Where were you serving?
That was at Hyatt.
In the Hyatt. Okay. Okay.
Hyatt Banquet.
Right.
And so when I was serving, right, I was serving and pouring drinks, and I had to run some food. And it occurred to me that, wow, the food looks good. And then it, right there and then, occurred to me, like, oh, this is more than art. Being an artist, it's one-dimensional. Okay, you use your eyes and you use your hands to do your whatever painting or whatnot.
Right.
But if you are a chef, I think it's a bigger thing than an artist, because you use your sight, you use your taste, smell, everything, all your five senses to produce that dish.
Okay.
So I find, right then I find, oh, being a chef is actually more artistic than being an artist.
Okay.
So right there and then, okay, the following year, 1998, I started to do Kopi 3, right from the very bottom. And year 2000, I worked at Grand Coptham.
Wait. Stop right there. Then what happened to Polytechnic?
I still finish my
so
diploma.
you were doing both things concurrently? Well, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
That was a lot of work.
What if your projects and all that for Poly, and then plus all? Good grief.
Yep, I've done everything. It's in the trash now anyway. So, I didn't go to any culinary school. So I went all the way from the ground up till now. I'm still learning the culinary world. And it also amazed me that in this culinary world, it's a never-ending learning.
Yeah.
You always learn something new. Like people say, oh, I'm a master of something. There's so much things in culinary you need to learn.
But the thing is, I'd like to ask you, as you said, there's so many things in culinary for you to learn. It's like a musician. Musicians have genres of music that, some people they just play jazz. Some people play every damn thing. Session players play every damn thing, right? So is that the same thing, in culinary for chefs? Or is there such a thing also, just like a musician, that you specialize in a couple of things? I can't help but overhear what Chef Benny said to you earlier, that we were talking about this marvelous cake, which I will definitely raise soon, that you made, and I had the pleasure of indulging. I'm not so. Chef Benny said, I'm not in a cake kind of guy. I don't bake, right? But you do, right? And you cook as well.
Yep.
Right. So am I right to say, can we concur that, well, chefs can do a lot of things, and there are chefs who can just specialize in something?
Yep.
It's the same thing as musicians, correct?
Exactly.
So it is an art. As a matter of fact, I've always thought that, culinary should be part and parcel of the arts. Is it? Is it considered to be part of the arts?
It's art to dine. It's art to eat out.
Yeah, but is it considered officially part of the arts?
I'm not sure though.
Yeah,
I will consider cooking as an art. Baking is a science.
Baking is a science. Cooking is an art.
Yes.
Whoa, producers, we got a title for the show.
National Arts Council.
Cooking is an art. But
you can put your this here, a bit here, not happy, you try this. But baking, you don't play, it's a science.
Yep.
Baking is
when you tell you
it's chemistry.
Yeah.
180 degrees, you don't go and pandai 190. So I always consider as baking is a science.
Okay, you guys must know something, yeah? I am a complete idiot in the kitchen. Without my wife, I think I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna use any analogies, because I'm gonna get blamed for being discriminatory. So I'm not gonna go there. But I will probably look half of me. Let's put it that way. Yeah, but I'm really hopeless in the kitchen. But it's kind of interesting. I think it's really, that description is so apt that cooking is an art, and baking is a science. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about this. As I mentioned earlier, do you think that this is an art where, this should belong to the arts? Like painting, like ballet, modern dance, like music, for example. Shouldn't cooking or culinary be part and parcel of it?
It should be though.
You think
because
so, yeah?
I find chefs as craftsmen. They have that special touch. They have that special idea, and not everybody can do the same thing as chefs do.
I agree. Do you agree, Chef Benny?
Okay, depend on whether you are doing a business or whether you are cooking at your own time, own target. You're cooking to express something to your friends, to your family. You can cook whatever pattern you want to choose. When you are cooking for your customer, you are very, I can't say it's very art, because you have to cook this way, and then the general public will like it.
Right.
So usually I will cook something for my customer. I don't cook something for myself when I'm talking about business.
True.
Because I don't eat cheese. I don't eat pasta.
Okay.
I sell cheese baked rice and pasta. Because that is not my like.
But Chef, that's exactly what I'm saying. You have, for example, like me as an entertainer, right? You get on stage and you look at your audience, and then you go, okay, there are certain things you plan to do may not necessarily be something you do, because this particular audience, you're sensing it, you shouldn't do it. Then you have to have other things in play. So you're right. I mean, I may have to do something that I don't like to do, but I should do professionally. So that's what the arts is all about too, right?
True.
It's also about catering to the masses, but then again, you have your niche as well, very much like in culinary. You have people who say, oh, this is wonderful and it's so tiny, and then they just cut like that, and then that's a delicacy. Little toothpick put in your mouth, and you eat that forever, you never put on weight, that's for sure, but you'll starve for the rest of your life, in my opinion. Okay, but if this is the case, based on what I've just talked about, so Chef Imran, if I were to ask you, what do you, is there anything you actually can say to my audience today that you really specialize in?
No. I specialize in making sure I learn.
You specialize in your learning.
Yep.
So which means that if you could learn to do a whole wide variety of foods, you would.
I will.
Okay. Okay.
For me personally, in my opinion, I'm open to learning. I've done Mediterranean, I've done Middle Eastern, Italian, American with Butak Jones, and it occurred to me, I actually am happy with all this knowledge, blessed with all this knowledge, and I kept being hungry for more.
But Chef, you heard what he said about the last bit. I got a bit confused. Thanks for sharing that though. You said Mediterranean, French, Italian, then you went American. You mean Americans got their own cuisine? And the only freaking thing I think of would be hot dogs.
When
and
you
burgers.
talk about
And burgers.
American, I would talk about Louisiana.
Cajun. Okay, so America's a big place.
Yep.
So if you're talking about Louisiana cuisine, and top of mind would be Cajun, what else could there be? There's nothing else, is there?
About there.
Call me an idiot. Okay, there's a
There's
couple of
Cajun
states,
broil, there's gumbo, there's...
Yeah, but that's all Louisiana cuisine, gumbo, Cajun, and stuff like that. But is there anything else? Like, is there something out of Kentucky? Is there something out of, besides a damn fried
Steaks.
chicken?
Big steaks. and
Yeah.
more steaks.
But that's what I'm saying. So is that really something that Americans can call their own? For example, if you think Italian, you think pasta.
Yep.
If you think Spanish, you think paella.
Yep.
Right? That's what I'm saying. If you think Mediterranean, you think what?
All the mandi rice and
Yeah, correct.
awesome,
yeah.
yeah.
Couscous. Am I right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. But if you think American, you just think burgers, hot dogs, and steaks. I don't call it a damn special cuisine.
True.
Oh, come on. Right. Not dissing the Americans, but really, guys, give us something, yeah? That we can say it's yours. Because anybody, any country can have a damn burger. Any country can whip up a hot dog, right? I mean, anyone can. You go to Germany, they have their own version of that as well. There you go. Anyway, I'm just being a bitch. Okay. No, so Chef Benny, what do you specialize in, sir?
At the moment, I'm pursuing. I want to know more about steaks,
Okay.
which is why if you look at my social media, I'm talking about my steakhouse. I'm talking about tomahawk.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Chateaubriand and awesome stuff.
A lot of steaks. A lot of people doesn't know because they only know ribeye, tenderloin, and there's a lot of
Secondary cuts, that's amazing.
skirt steaks.
Skirt,
steak.
amazing.
Rump steak.
Flat iron.
Flat iron.
What the hell is a flat iron?
Picanha.
Shit, guys, you guys are making me hungry.
There are a lot of secondaries.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to educate
True.
Singaporeans to
To the
know
different
more
kinds
about
of
this.
cuts.
I'm still learning.
Be more
Oyster
adventurous.
blade.
And it's cheaper though.
Yes, they are secondary cut. Nobody goes for that, but these are the most flavorful. We're talking
Yes.
about the picanha.
Yeah,
I
especially
think in
picanha.
certain,
Oh,
yes, I think the butcher when they just dissect the whole cow, they will never sell you the picanha. man.
yeah. And the oyster blade as well. Butcher steak. Oh,
People at home, it's so amazing. I'm just sitting in the middle down here. These guys are just talking to each other, but you get so much information. It's making my job so freaking easy, man. They're just going, woo, woo, woo. You're picking up a lot of stuff here, yeah? So, but no, that's great. Keep going. Really, I love that. But the thing is you said something just now, Chef. Flat iron.
flat iron.
What the hell is flat iron?
It's a cut.
Oh, yeah, but how does it look like?
It's just a piece of steaks.
It's a happy as a steaks, okay.
It's flat. It's like a flank steak.
Okay.
Flank
It's more
steaks.
marble.
Okay.
It's
It's more marble.
more marble than the flank, and
Right.
it's amazing.
Can I just ask you guys? When you talk like Chef, especially Chef Benny, since you brought up that you want to learn about steaks, right? In your opinion, would you recommend someone to take grain-fed or grass-fed?
Grain-fed or grass-fed?
I've got
I think
my
now
opinion about that.
Singaporeans, they are very savvy regarding this. I see a lot of customers are coming for grass-fed.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I think there's no right or no wrong. There's no right or no wrong. So usually those they are from New Zealand. Most of them are grass-fed.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you ask me, I will still prefer the USA one. The USA
Prime beef.
prime beef.
Angus and
Because,
Oh,
we are selling
gee, I'm getting hungry now.
we are selling Wagyu Tajima grade 6-7
Wow.
reasonably good picanha.
What's picanha?
picanha is okay. This the rum. Rum is like the butt.
The rump steak.
Okay, so rum. There's
Yeah.
a rum, and there's this little layer of meat
Okay.
that's called the rum cap. Or it's called a
I've got
picanha.
that too somewhere above my butt. Yeah.
When a lot of butchers in other countries will not sell it to you. They
Really?
keep it for themselves.
Why?
Because it's very, very
flavorful.
Flavorful.
It's like
So that's the real part of a cow that is marvelous. The most
My point
marvelous
is,
part.
I can't market it as a Wagyu. It's a Wagyu.
Oh, that's considered Wagyu.
It's a Wagyu. It's a Tajimang, which is a Wagyu.
Okay.
Because I'm a halal,
right. Halal certified.
Muiz halal.
Muiz
certified.
halal certified.
But if 100% Muslim owned, they can do that. So
True.
I'm still, I have a lot of constraints because I'm a Muiz certified.
Yeah, halal certified.
There's a lot of constraint, but I never regret I embark on this halal road.
Right. Sure.
And then I can serve everybody.
But this is the meat house, right?
all Indian chefs are halal.
Oh no, yeah, but I'm talking about the meats that you
All
serve.
halal.
Yeah,
That's
but
why certain terms I can't use.
Sure, but the meats that you're selling are primarily in the meat house, or you have meats in all of your outlets.
Because meat house is only do quality cuts.
Right.
Meat.
Okay. But you know what's really interesting? I mean, you guys are both on my Facebook, and I see Chef Benny's one takes the cake. I mean, I swear, every time he posts something, and his missus is there, he's got something funny to say.
Yep.
This
Always
raw,
make
dry
my day,
humor,
though.
you know. Yeah, makes my day too. It does. You know, it's like I can't believe if I. Wouldn't the wife really strangle this guy? You know what I mean? But it's self-deprecating. It's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. So your private lives are also made public, which is cool. Yours too. So let's talk about that, shall we? Because on my show, I'd rather like to get to know the people than to get to know about you commercially. You know, let's talk about you.
Okay.
Tell us about your lives at home. Who are Benny? Who's Benny and who's Imran at home?
Me first.
Yeah.
I'm a very doting dad.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 girls, and they actually just celebrated their birthday 13th and 15th July.
Wow. I mean, like
2 years apart.
What? Oh, 2 years apart, but 2 days apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the odds, man?
Yeah, that's why. So I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed to have them, and I just posted in my Instagram as well. I worry a lot about how they're growing up. I would love to see them have their childhood days like how we do. We run around, we go out. I see many poor kids now having to go for tuition, remedial, piano class, swimming class, taekwondo class, silat class, all the classes. So their week is so jammed. Not my kids. I don't even sign up for tuition for them.
Right.
Yeah, so every year when their birthday, I always say, I am just happy for what you are. You can be happy, and I don't ask for grace as long as you don't play a fool. I just need you to be more human. Be someone who is kind, who is polite, respectful, loving, caring. That's all I need.
I mean, ideally, parenting, my opinion, based on what you just said, has to be what you said as first teachers, right? Yep. But the thing is, well, I need to ask you this: if there's no tuition and all that, how are they faring in school? Okay,
they're pretty okay.
Right. Good stuff.
I check their homework. My wife checked their homework.
You see, so
That's
involved. So it's involved parents. Parents are very involved.
My wife don't work. I'm the only one working. So I have a parent who's taking care of them 100% all the time. Time is something that I cannot get back.
Yes.
I can struggle a lot to find the money now, but the time for the kids I cannot get back.
You're right.
That's why we decided.
Do they take after you? Do they love to cook?
They love to cook. They love to see how I make my pastas. They love to be involved in any cooking I do in the kitchen. They were like, "Daddy, what's that?" "Oh, that's a garganelli," and they have their notebook.
It's a what?
Garganelli pasta.
Isn't that the name of the bad guy in the Smurfs or something? Okay. Oh, that's Gargamel. Sorry, this is Gargamel.
Yep.
Not good. This Gaga what? Gaga.
Garganelli. So they're like, very involved in.
Okay,
the things I
sorry,
do.
chef. What the hell is a garganelli?
It's a shape of a pasta.
Okay. Wait. So this is
Sorry
like.
for the jargons, culinary jargon.
No, please, by all means, my jargons are colorful too. Yours is culinary jargons, mine colorful jargons. Okay, so there's garganelli, so it's the same along the same vein as angel hair and fettuccine and
it's
all
more
that
like
stuff.
a penne pasta.
A what?
A penne pasta.
Okay,
the
I thought you said a bad word all of a sudden. I'm so happy someone joined me to say a bad word. Okay, fine. So it's a.
pennies. Penny pasta.
He had to do it. Okay.
Yeah, I
so.
think.
So okay, this is bad. We're talking about children here. Now, how do we just move to this shit? Okay, now, so you teach them. You teach them at least how to cook, right?
And it came out from them. I don't like, hey girls, come teach. I will teach you something.
So
They're
they
like,
want to
curious themselves.
Right. Amazing. I've got a story to tell you guys about this as well. You know, back in my own household. But with that in mind, let me just move over to Chef Benny. So how about you, Chef? I mean, we know about all the funny pictures and the posts that you put up with you and your missus, and it's sweet as hell, really.
Okay.
But who are you at home? I know you're the guy that would plug in your guitar.
Yes, very seldom. And I got married late.
Okay.
I got married 5 years ago.
Wow.
And I was in the middle of my career. And I met this lady. I was quite sure she's going to be my wife. I'm very bar, no? You know what was bar, no? I remember when I first saw her.
Bar is thick skin, I think.
Very, very thick skin. I was a very shy and timid guy in the past. And then I met this lady. And I text her, I say, I want to date you. She is 4 years my senior. And the first date, and I told her, I want to get to know you and want to date you. And these are all the bad things in my life, and then they want to accept me, and then straight away, yes or no lah. I don't want to wait, like, I got no time already, And somehow she said yes. I remember the first date, I brought her to my place. She was quite shocked. First date, you bring the girl to your house, and I want to show her that. At that time, I live in a 3-room flat. I said, this is my house, and things like that. So on the second date, my wife still always reminded me that. The second day, I was asking her, hey, if we're going to get married, where shall we go for honeymoon? I was so surprised that I can say something like that. And then we get together for a couple of months only. So I took a piece of paper, I wrote down, hey, now I'm 54 and you are 58. If I'm the wrong one, or maybe I would think that you are not the right one for me, and then you only got a few years to go through this.
Right.
I think I got no time. I'm 54, and then I got no time to woo you, ask you for a dinner, go for a movie.
Fast game.
Forget about it,
So it must be a fast game.
The Melayu say lincah one.
Chef must be lincah. Must be fast game one.
For people at home, can you please explain what the hell does that mean?
Fast game.
Fast game. So what's it called? Lincah.
Lincah one.
Lincah.
Chef
Oh.
must be lincah. When you go there, you must multitask.
So you literally just said this to her.
Yes.
Hello, on or not on? Is it?
On, and then we found that we got married, and never regretted that decision in my life.
Wonderful.
I got a very, very good and supportive wife.
Marvelous, man.
Yes.
Marvelous, chef.
And she actually, because of the short get together and get married, I think first 1 or 2 years, there's a lot of adjustment, culture shock. Somehow, unawarely, I changed a lot, which is, I would say that we have a very good, my wife is my good friend, that kind of.
Yeah.
So that's me. I will sleep at 8 or 9 o'clock. I will not go out. You will never see me on the street at 9 o'clock. I don't know. That's the kind of timing I'm still locked into, the kind of prison timing until today. I would not. After the news, I knock out already.
Well, it's not a bad thing, you know. I also think it also comes along as we get older. Same thing. I don't even go out much.
Yeah.
And by about nine-ish, you know, I'm about to hit the sack too. It's life. That's okay. But you know, it's so funny. Just Chef Imran was talking about how he got his kids to do that Smurf thing. Okay, Garganelli and all that. And then you don't force them, right?
No, I don't.
It's a question of whether they want to learn. My boy, recently, my kid's 11. I've only got one, right? And suddenly, he ends up in the kitchen, and then we were asleep.
I saw.
Yeah, on my Facebook, right? And we woke up, and there was dalgona coffee. So how does this happen? How did that happen, right? And then after which, a couple of days later, he started. And this guy is really weird. I mean, kids don't eat eggs. I mean, something's wrong somewhere, but he just doesn't eat eggs. But he loves to cook it. So we woke up one day and said, "Who's frying? Damn it, who's frying the house?" And it was him.
You know it.
No, he doesn't. But he turned on the stove on his own, and he did everything on his own. And then he learned it all on YouTube. And my late father-in-law, my wife's dad, great guy. He was an executive chef. And for all his life, as a matter of fact. My wife never learned anything from him.
Okay.
And she's a fantastic cook. She bakes, she cooks, she's fantastic, really she is. And I mean, you see my Facebook posts, you know, people really hate me for making them too hungry. But it's all my wife's doing.
Yep.
But she's cooking, she was 10. And she did it because she had a little sister that back then that she had to take care of, and because mom and dad working, and she cooked for the whole family. So you know, and then after a while, you just get it. So, but the thing is that you're right in saying if the kid expresses a desire to do it, then it's all good, you know. It's all good. So it's cool. But then again, the pressures of today. Everybody wants to see their kids to be the Renaissance person, you know, the kid that's gonna like. Oh gosh, should I mention this? I might get my pay cut again. Like Jameson.
Oh,
to warm everybody's cockles of their hearts.
Cockles of their hearts.
Someone who's got 3-4 degrees, become a doctor, can play the guitar marvelously, right? Taekwondo black belt, great orator, debater, economist. Jeez, he's like every parent's dream. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it does seem to me like he's like when Joe's schooling. It's proven that he's got a gold medal. He's an Olympian, great guy. Yeah, great folks too, great parents he's got, and not since then everyone's throwing their kids into the swimming pool. You know.
Yep.
But I'm pretty glad I'm talking to you. What you said, you know, that with your kids, no, you're not gonna do stuff like that.
It's up to them. If they were to grow up and they have certain interests, I'll be there to support them 100%.
That's cool, man. That's cool. But Chef Benny, we all know that in your business, in your establishments, you employ former drug addicts. Am I right? Okay. Into your kitchen and into your service staff. Yeah. There's enough literature out there for us to know that this is what you're really famous for here in Singapore. But you said that, as you said, once a person goes into heroin, I mean, that's it. There's no turning back. And you hire people who used to take heroin addicts as well, right? Can you tell if someone who said is quit for good can actually relapse? You know, I mean, they can't relapse, am I right? So when you interview these guys, how do you make that decision to hire them? How do you spot the ones that have changed?
Just like my HR team, they go into the prison for job fairs.
Okay.
You know, prison got job fairs.
They
you know?
do.
Not only community center, you know.
Wow, that's the first. I didn't know that. Okay.
And they asked me one question. Hey, Benny, how do you look at this guy and you want to choose this guy,
Yeah.
whether this guy will make it or not. I told him I'm not God. Statistically, I mean statistically, two guys, one very well groomed, comb his hair nicely, no tattoo. The other guy, rocker, habis.
Okay.
The tattoo until the neck also have some half face. No, I have stuff half the face.
Whoa.
Tattoo, no.
Wow.
Statistically, the guy who is
Well groomed.
cannot make it.
Really?
I mean hiring, I never count how many do I hire, because it's my company policy that will never ask an applicant whether they have criminal records. How many times they went into prison, we will never ask.
Okay. Everybody's equal.
Everybody's equal. Doesn't mean that you have a criminal record, your pay will not up to par with the normal. Honestly, I'm very biased. I will jaga the one with a criminal record.
Can I ask you something? If this is the case, that you're not going to look into someone's criminal record, you hire them,
Yes.
and as you said rightly, you're not God, you can't be
Yes.
right all the time. Have you experienced any kind of issues? You know, from
Of
staff
course.
wise? Okay. So do you expect the same issues occurring with people who don't have a criminal record, who wait on your customers who
In
are
the
in the
F&B
kitchen?
industry,
Mm-hmm.
every day we handle cash.
Yeah.
Every day we handle cash. We got the float.
Yep.
We got the bank in every day. You must put your money. And next morning you must
Bank
bank in.
Yeah.
If while you are banking in, somebody take a knife and poke you, I say give to that person. Don't fight. It's insured. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So we got many cases. The largest cases is a 10,000 tick and go. Some are 4,000.
Sure.
Some are. My point is 95% who committed this. They are normal people, not ex-offenders.
No, and it's not anyone in your staff who pilfered many money.
It's my staff, but the one who is has criminal records, 95% those who took it are normal people.
So they're the
with no
ones who
criminal
don't have a... Okay, I see.
Right.
But I do have cases that
Right.
There's one case. He has a drinking problem. He came to my restaurant, do opening, chef, drunk,
Oh my God.
smashed my kitchen.
Holy shit.
And 11 o'clock, I got customer ready. Wanted to beat me up. Wanted to beat me up, in front of my customer,
Oh, wow.
That's bad.
Cut the story short, he have to go. And after a few months, the wife pleaded to me, I said, Benny, now I have my number 8 kid,
Oh, wow.
Number 8, no.
Did you take him back or did you go according to your...
I take him back.
Okay.
Okay.
And still have this drinking problem, he had to go.
So eventually he still had to go.
I had another case, he is ex-offender, stole $100 from the cashier.
Okay.
So I confronted him, asked him to pay back $100. I did not report him to my chairman because this kind of case
There,
we have to go.
there is always, yeah.
Now he's one of my manager.
Whoa.
Now after, that was he took the money in 2008.
Okay.
Now he's one of my
Guys.
best manager. Married. Haven't got a family. Just got married.
So so it's interesting to hear that the things that the criminal acts that you've experienced in your business so far are mostly committed by people who you've hired that do not actually have a criminal record. Yeah, it's a wow. So that's one thing, don't ever judge people. That's always something that we always say on this show, for a couple of episodes I always talk about, especially when I had a tattoo artist here with me, Jap Blow, and we were talking about, and all my guests on the show had ink like me, right? And so it's things that's happened to us just because we have ink, right? And the way people treat us and look at us with the kind of disdain and judgment. Well, there's something we've always said. Yeah, I've always believed it. Stop judging. It's not cool. It's just not cool. There are things like this are going on. That there are members, your colleagues, compatriots in your industry who come together to do good for others. I mean, Chef Benny is doing his bit, every single day commercially. That's his business, right? And you're doing this as well. How often does this happen, actually? Is this an annual affair or biannual affair?
And the chef, when we talk about cleaning the place, it's not like what they're doing, they really deep fry also scrub,
Yep.
Use
Scrub
soda
down,
and
yeah.
scrub
It's
down
instant.
one, I will not took that packet of opium and nearly OD.
Okay, so that was the Kopi cow problem, not that one.
Kopi kau habis.